Hello, beloved gamer, and welcome to Bazaar as we're going to go from the East Gate to the East Market Bridge in today's tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and whet your appetite a little bit by showing you how awesome this method is. And then we're going to go into the tutorial. And then after the tutorial, we are going to share some fascinating knowledge about the traditional way of doing this trick. So, let's go ahead and get ready for the tutorial. The first part of this is going to be jumping up on top of this ledge, which is by far the hardest part. Then we're going to do a jump back, and then we're going to clamber the gate as the third part of this tutorial. So let's work on the hardest part, which is jumping on this object. The first thing we're going to do is what I call a setup walk, where we go right up next to a surface. We do a slight angle. The angle is important for this trick to work. And then watch my left analog stick. We hold up. As you can see, I slowly moved across this surface. This does two things for us. One, it sets up where we want to jump, which is right here on the second ridge, somewhere around here. And secondly, it sets up our angle to be able to consistently jump off of this object. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to setup walk. We're going to get our setup walk ready. We're going to then hold forward, jump, continue holding forward, and jump after we get over the object. So let's do that real quick. Hold forward, jump, jump again. Continuing to hold forward. We'll do it one more time. That's the hardest part of the trick. Now, for the jump back, the most important part of the jump back is to predict when you're going to jump. Because if you predict correctly, then you'll get maximum distance on your jump back. So, jumping back is very simple. As soon as we jump off of this object, we hold jump and back at the same time. So let's go ahead and show what that looks like. As you can see by the controller cam, I'll do it again. We hold jump and back at the same time. The final part of this trick is simple. It's moving our right analog stick towards the gate horizontally, and then also moving our left analog stick towards the gate to clamber. So let me show you what that looks like. And there we go. That is the trick. So, now that we've done the tutorial, I wanted to share some interesting knowledge with the traditional way of doing this trick. The traditional way is to get lodged in this little cubbyhole here, and then find a particular spot to look at that you feel is consistent for you. For me, it's between the top and the bottom of these two black spots. And then perform the jump similarly to how we described it. So, I don't particularly like doing this one over this other one for a couple of reasons. Number one, I feel like the angle, or I feel like it's a little bit more precise, as you can see there. The reason I miss that is because if you see my left analog stick, how you can slightly move up and to the left a little bit, that can vary a little bit, and if you don't have it right, it can mess up your jump. So if you do choose to practice this method, make sure that you are very aware of what your left analog stick is doing. The second most interesting thing about this trick is clambering onto the barrel. So this is where it gets fascinating. I cannot clamber onto the barrel. Oh, well, apparently I can't. Oh, that's why. Okay, so before, I could not clamber onto the barrel. The reason why was because this wheel... Okay, sorry, it's glitching out on me real quick. Whoa, it's super glitching. It's weird. Anyway, the reason why is because the wheel was in front of this little cubbyhole here, which for some reason stops you from being able to clamber onto the barrel. So watch this. If I'm looking all the way here and I aim towards the barrel, I can clamber onto it, right? If I look towards it, of course I can clamber onto it, and this obviously becomes a problem if you look at my left analog stick. When you hold up and to the right a little bit, you may jump, or you may do it a little bit too far and actually clamber onto the barrel. But if you can get this wheel stuck right here, watch my left analog stick. No longer can I clamber onto this barrel for some dang reason. I need some of you smart cookies to give me the reason why. Which is really useful for the trick. I clambered there because I was a little bit further away from it. But if I'm right next to where the trick is, then I cannot clamber onto it. You can see me trying to clamber onto it right now. Also is useful is that this wheel spawns in a position to where it can pretty easily be moved into this spot so that you can avoid having to worry about clambering. Although if you get used to the trick, you probably don't have to worry about clambering anyway. But it is kind of interesting that the wheel stops you from clambering when you're trying to do this trick. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was extremely useful to you. And now we have consistent ways to get from the West Gate to the West Market Bridge and also the East Gate to the East Market Bridge, which is really, really exciting. Thank you so much, and I will see you again for the next video.